nataka hii clip weka Facebook, weka Twitter, hii video, my analysis hii weka WhatsApp group ile huko, share paka imfikie. We want him to know that the same Ruto who is accusing the people he has refused to feed of being conmen and criminals. Kenyans are not criminals. Kenyans are angry. Wakenya si majambazi. Wakenya wamekasirika na uongozi wako. Haya mambo unaona yanafanyika kwa expressway. Wakenya wamekasirika na wewe. Expressway ni ya serikali. That's why wanabomoa. Kwa sababu wewe umelindwa tu na hawezi fika State House. So uchungu yote inarudi kwa mali ya serikali. If you are a true president who will know your history, act. Listen to your people. A father who doesn't listen to his children is equated to a devil. I'm not saying Ruto is a devil. I respect the president. And I respect presidency. I will never at any time abuse the president. It's against the Constitution. It's against my moral beliefs. I will never do that. As much as we disagree, I respect him so much. The Bible tells me to honor leaders, and I always do that. But a father who doesn't listen to sons, I've given an example of my son. A father who doesn't listen to his son. Huyo ni mzazi kweli ama ni jambazi? Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, as I exit this platform, I want to give you a clip of William Ruto and judge yourself. This is William Samuel Ruto defending protesters.
They are not the people who killed. These are the people who had demonstrations. They had demonstrations in the streets. They were arrested by the police. For your information, of the 1,300 people killed, 70% of those people were killed by the police.
40%. So here.
Not 40%. You go, look at the report. Bullet wounds, you know. These were killed by the police. So when you close down a country, when you bring in security laws in a country, in a situation where the tensions were high, how many people were shot in Kibera? You know, the bodies were all over the place. How many people were shot all over?
The question here is this. You are actually on record and repeating that you call on the release of all the people who had been arrested over the violence. Without evidence whether they were actually just demonstrators or they had actually participated in crime, in torching people's houses and killing people. Is that justifiable?
It is justifiable to this extent that the people who were arrested, right, unless the police prove, because we told them, you cannot arrest people who were demonstrating. If you have proof that so-and-so killed, like what they have done now, they have arraigned some people on evidence, hard evidence.
But at that point, how would the police prove, if they were arresting them, you had no evidence that they had no evidence against those people in the first place, but you are calling for their release? Completely disregarding the victims in this particular case of those crimes.
We live in Kenya, Makali. If you round up 1,000, 2,000 people in the street, in Eldoret or in Kisumu, you know, how would you say these people are responsible for torching that place or the other place? And for your information...
Okay, but then how do you explain those who had actually committed crimes? What about the crimes which had been committed?
Those
killings,
who had
property destruction, theft?
Those who had committed crimes, the police needed hard evidence. When we told the police to release, if they had hard evidence, they would then say, we cannot release Makali because we have evidence against him. We cannot release so-and-so.